I don't cheat, I leave. Hello, my beautiful Hershey Kisses. I'm listening to this woman. Her name is Amy Rose, AmmieyRose. And I agree with what she says here 100%. And I agree, especially when she says, my happiness and my peace, it means everything to me. And I will not compromise. Let me share this with you. Here we are. Take it away, beautiful lady.
Even if I have nothing, I'm worth everything without you. There was me before you, there'll be me after you.
Hello.
No, I don't submit to bullshit. The responsibility of being a man is big, and if you don't see the king in you, I'm not going to sit around and remind you of the king in you. I'm raising a boy child. My energy goes towards him, not a grown-ass man who has his own mother. No. So me, I leave. I don't cheat, MacGyver. Yeah. I leave. I don't cheat. I leave. I'm always ready to start afresh. Business partners, I leave. Friendships, I leave. Men, I leave. My happiness comes first. My mental sanity, my mental health comes first. My spiritual purity comes first. I guard me before I guard you. Because for as long as I'm breathing, I can be better to you. And if I'm intoxicated, how am I going to be to you?
Yeah.
Abuse me. I'm out. I don't even think about it. We don't negotiate contracts here. There's no April season. There's no financial fiscal here. In my life, as a man, you must come correct with your content.
Did she speak or did she speak? There is no negotiation. You either come correct or keep it moving. I love it. I love it. Let's listen to her again so I can pause on the points that I totally agree with her and I'm feeling her. Totally.
I'm worth everything without you. There was me before you. There'll be me after you.
That's what I'm talking about. There was me before you and there will be me after you. And like Dr. Phil said, and another one of the great psychologists and psychiatrists said, a woman has to always be prepared to leave. Because when a man sees that you're too afraid to leave, he's going to continue to treat you any way that he chooses. And 9 times out of 10, he's not going to treat you properly. He's going to make sure that 99.9% of everything goes his way. And you have a lot of women who back down to that because they don't want to start an argument, or they don't want a confrontation, especially when you're living in your home. Your home is supposed to be your place of peace. And that's what I've noticed when I've been in several women's homes who are living with a man. I notice how these women are like walking on eggshells. They talk on eggshells. They move on eggshells. They want to do any and everything not to make this man angry or make this man upset. Meanwhile, he don't give a damn whether he upsets her or not. Let me get back.
No, I don't submit to bullshit.
I don't submit to bullshit. Like the Bible says, you're supposed to submit to your husband. But what are the rewards? Let's take note of that. I've read the Bible at least, the whole Bible from Genesis to Revelation at least well over 25 times. And not once have I seen when you submit, things will turn out well for you and your days on this earth will be long. But it promises that if you honor your parents. That's a command that comes with a promise. There's no command in the Bible saying you have to submit, because like she says, she don't submit to no bullshit. People keep forgetting what the Bible says since they want to always use the Bible when they're talking about that submit. Okay, let's use the Bible then. Let's look at Proverbs. All throughout Proverbs, it keeps telling you to be wise, my child. You're not wise anytime you submit to bullshit. And I know it's Sunday, excuse my French, but she made such an amazing point.
The responsibility of being a man is big, and if you don't see the king in you, I'm not going to sit around and remind you of the king in you.
You see my crown, honey. I am a queen. And when have you ever noticed a queen having to go through all the crap that you see these men putting women through? They want you to treat them like a king, but they're not king material. Now, I'm not saying that a man has to provide financially 100, even though 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 4 says, anyone who does not provide for his own is like a person who's without faith. So that's like a person who's an atheist. But I look at that word, it says provide. It doesn't say anything about financial. That is coming from the Bible. So it's meaning spiritual provision. That's what a man is supposed to do when it comes to his family. That's number one. Make sure he provides spiritually. Now, as adults, we're supposed to take care of ourselves. That's a part of being an adult. But as long as that man is providing spiritually for you, and then of course you can have him provide financially if he wants children, but make sure that he makes enough money so that he can provide for these children and to provide for you when you have to go on a leave of absence from your job. Make sure that he has enough money for that. And I say this day and age, if a man wants children, he better be making six figures. Because I see so many women having babies, and these women are struggling. They're poor. They're living on Section 8. They're living on governmental subsidies, and yet they're still pushing out babies. What sense does that make? Having these babies with these poor, broke ninjas. What sense does that make? And besides, like I said, your wife is not your child. A man is not your father. He's your partner. He's your husband. His duty, his responsibility is to provide financially for his children, not no grown-ass woman. You're grown. And it's your responsibility to take care of yourself. That's the way I see it. Or bare minimum, I'm a 50-50 type of girl, but that's just what I'm comfortable with. I can't speak for all of you. At least do 30%, really. Like, for example, if your rent or your mortgage is $1,200, then paying 30%, you'll pay just $360. $360 is not much. Even when you go on maternity leave, you still get a paycheck. Or if you have to take unemployment, you still get a paycheck. So paying $360 mean he will be paying $840 of the rent. And that can go also when it comes to utilities, food. You know, as a woman, since he's paying most of the rent or the mortgage, I would just do the food. I would use my money to do the food, whatever. But I'm a 50-50, so we're definitely going 50-50 on the food. You know, but you see, you get the idea of where I'm going with this. Let's continue to listen.
Raising a boy child, my energy goes towards him, not a grown-ass man who has his own mother. No. So me, I leave. I don't cheat, MacGyver. Yeah. I leave.
Another one, I applaud her. I don't cheat either. I believe in leaving, sweetheart. If it's not working out between us, I have no problem. Well, I don't leave, they leave. Because I think the man should always be the one to leave, because it's easier for a man to make it out there in the world or get a room or whatever the hell. Whereas women, we have menstrual cycles. We have a lot of different garments that we have to wear. We have hormonal issues that we go through. For men, it's just easier for them to get out there and make it happen. So yes, he has to leave. But like I said, you don't have to worry about kicking him out if you never move him in.
I don't cheat, I leave.
Hello.
I'm always ready to start afresh. Business partners, I leave. Friendships, I leave. Men, I leave. My happiness comes first.
Thank you.
My mental sanity, my mental health comes first.
Is she right or wrong? Let's applaud her, honey. She is 100% right. And upon that note, sweetheart, twinkle, twinkle, twinkle.